I have good news here. Black Shark is still going strong, I guess, and they are venturing into the world of quote-unquote smartwatches. Honestly, I'm quite surprised as Black Shark does have other accessories like smartphone coolers and also wireless earbuds, but they want to focus on smartwatches instead. I wore this Black Shark Watch S1 for the past week or so, and oof, let me share my experience with you here because this is going to be an interesting one and it kinda has a lot of ups and downs. The box of this watch is very Black Shark-like. Once we open it up, we have the watch itself, the charger, and also user manual, which also highlights the specs of this watch. I'm going to just show you on the screen here because I don't want to pay any attention to the specs other than just the screen size alone. When I first saw this watch, I immediately said, wow, because this watch really looks sleek. So sleek that I wish many other smartwatch brands made this kind of minimalist, clean design. But then I realized, hey, Black Shark is first and foremost a gaming smartphone brand and their phones always look like, you know, some gamery Chunibyo look. But this watch doesn't have any of those design at all. The strap can also be easily swapped out and it seems to be using a 22mm width strap, but I can't confirm this since there's no documentation about this at all. The screen is really nice looking, honestly. It's a 1.43-inch rounded AMOLED screen and it also curves outwards, and that I think makes it look so much more elegant than it is supposed to be. I just like how it looks overall. It also has one crown that also has that rotating wheel and then another button, and we'll talk about their functionalities later. This watch has two microphones, one on each side, and they act like a relay for your phone's smart assistant. And in my case here, since I am pairing this watch with the Galaxy Z Fold 5, it uses Bixby instead. Will it rain? Will it rain?
Next day forecast in Petalin Jaya. It looks like there is a high chance of rain every day.
There is no way to change it to Google Assistant, at least as far as I can find. I don't know if this is the case if you pair it with, let's just say, an Honor phone for example, because their phones, they have their own smart assistant as well. This watch is also rated for IP68 and I think that is just a necessity for this day and age. So in terms of features available on this watch, we'll have to pair it with a phone. The entire pairing process is just well, let me show you by factory resetting this watch. Yes, the entire process is just a tap of a button, it reboots, and then that is considered a factory reset. It looks like nothing has happened, but the watch will immediately start to gather your heart rate data, your stress level, and even your sleep data the moment you start to wear the watch. Yes, those things will work even before you pair the watch to the Shark Wear app. The pairing process is easy enough. You just open up the app, scan the QR code, which in this case is your watch's actual MAC address, and then it will immediately be paired. The app itself doesn't actually offer much in terms of value. First, it presents a dashboard to you so that you can see all of the data gathered. We have the heart rate, blood oxygen level, sleep data, which we will talk more about later, and your stress level, and then there's also your weight data as well, but that is something that you have to key in yourself because this watch is obviously not going to do it automatically for you. We also have a few sports modes to select from so that the watch can start tracking our exercises. Pressing the watch's button though also brings up more or less the same menu, but with more exercises for us to choose from compared to the app, and I don't know why this happens. Then we can also customize the watch faces, and there are quite many to select from. We can also customize it, but in a very limited manner. I also don't understand the purpose of this spinning crown here because its functionality is just not consistent in my opinion. We can spin the crown to go through a list of items in the settings menu easily, but when we spin the crown in the home screen, it changes your watch face. Why? I don't know. As you can see, the animations here are at a very low frame rate, which I don't blame them since this is a very low powered watch anyway, and the battery can last for at least a week with just one single charge. The charger is also a very simple magnetic charger, which is also very sleek in my opinion. But back to the app for a while. the settings here are very straightforward and I configured everything using the app because it's just easier to do it that way compared to doing it on the watch. I also want to talk about the quick settings menu on the watch as well. These icons don't really tell you what they do. Like this moon icon here, whenever I activate it, the other icon with the hand will be disabled. I can't pinpoint what these buttons do, but I do have an idea. This watch doesn't seem to log your sleep data reliably as well, so let me tell you a story. This is my second unit of the Black Shark Watch S1. The first unit that I got didn't log any sleep data at all, even after wearing it for a few days to sleep, and I have no idea why. So I contacted them and then they just swapped a new unit for me. Thanks, Kelly. And they told me that the return unit had no issues as well, so I wonder what happened. So I wore this new unit for a few more days and I managed to capture some data. Some because it once again doesn't work reliably. It seems that I need to manually press this moon icon when I go to sleep so that it can actually track my sleep data. I really don't know why or how it actually works, and I actually wear this watch very tightly on my wrist when I sleep. We can also make the watch to become a speaker by tapping on this button, and I also have no idea why you would want to do that. And as far as I can find, there is no auto brightness on this watch. I was blinded many times when the watch accidentally detected a flick and then turned the screen on while I was going to sleep.
Oh my god.
And speaking of that, this watch does have the raise to wake feature and vice versa as well, but it doesn't seem to work really well when I'm lying down. Perhaps a software update can improve on this. Notifications on this watch is also kind of rough as it is very stuttery and there is absolutely no emoji support, so someone can send me a blank message. There's also no way to reply to messages, not even quick presets. And let's not forget about the vibration. I would say it's quite bad here. I can only hear the vibration of this watch, but I cannot actually feel it. And that means I constantly miss my notifications. And so, is this Black Shark Watch S1 any good, and is it worth the price of 299 ringgit? I would say it is obviously affordable in this case. Watches from other brands like Xiaomi or Amazfit are priced higher than this. If you want a watch that just tells time but also quote-unquote vibrates when notifications come in while looking sleek at the same time, then I would say the Black Shark Watch S1 is a okay option, honestly. But then I have to remind everyone once again, this is not a smartwatch despite what Black Shark claims it should be. The Black Shark Watch S1 is a fitness band because if you think about it, this is like one of those Xiaomi bands but made circular. That's it. It also uses proprietary software, unlike some other proper smartwatches that uses Google's Wear OS. That also means we cannot install apps like Facer or TimeFlick to further customize the watch face with more sophisticated animations and also more complications. So overall, for the price of 299 ringgit, I think this is an okay product, but you will need to know what you're getting into before you actually purchase it. Manage your expectations. And I really do hope Black Shark continues with their smartphones as well, because I know many of us really love them and I really don't want ROG Phone to be the de facto recommended gaming smartphone brand. So Black Shark, whatever's going on at the HQ now, I really do hope Black Shark 6, Phone 6 will make a return soon.